Hi guys, we are back during that time when exams are approaching and we don't know what exactly to do, right? So we are here to discuss the last 50 days of CAT, okay? And how I've approached this particular problem statement for you all is I've created three personas so that I can cover as much as possible. This content will be relatable to you as much as possible. Okay, I've tried to do that. So the very first thing is there are three personas and I've tried to work backwards. Okay, so how have we done that? So सबसे पहले तो when is your final day? It's 28th of November. That's exactly what I've mentioned over here. Okay, 28th of November your final day. 27th you will do nothing. You will relax and you're going to revise only if you want to. ठीक है? 26th, 25th and 24th November is when you give CAT 2020 papers and do their analysis on the very same day. Okay, CAT papers, that time whatever scores do you get, why we urge students to do that is because it gives you a realistic idea of how you are doing, exactly what your where exactly your accuracy is और score कितना आपका scale हो रहा है. ठीक है, it's very important to do that and I would always keep it till the last day, right? Like 24th, 25th and 26th, 27th would definitely be do nothing day, and that is something that Ketan Bhai had also told me and I definitely do abide by that. Literally do nothing. And common for all, another thing is perpetually accuracy is to be monitored. Okay, accuracy is the only thing that is going to get you through this particular exam. Let's discuss the very first persona, which is people who are prepped. Now, who are these people? People who are prepped are those who have covered the concept. They are not having as much problem in identifying the easy and the difficult and the medium ones, and they are avoiding the difficult ones or not wasting time, right? They are prioritizing they are maximizing their time utility. That's exactly what I mean to say, right? Accuracy भी है, सही है, scores भी उनको ठीक ठाक आ ही जा रहे हैं, ठीक है? That is exactly the person that I'm talking about. DILR में भी उन्होंने easily 3 सेट तो जुगाड़ हो ही जाते हैं, 2 सेट जुगाड़ हो ही जाते हैं, depending on whatever score that you are thinking of the kind of percentile that you need to scale. There is no formula with respect to इतना score किया तो इतना percentile आएगा. There is no formula. It completely depends on LOD. But then there are people who have that kind of like approach to that. So I'm just covering those, right? So let's take the very first part, which is working backwards. 24th November से 1st November का part में I expect these students to give 12 to 18 mocks, and their focus area should be on finalizing the strategy. Okay, make only small changes to your strategy in the month of November, identifying the LOD of the paper, because that is something that will help you on the very final day. Okay, and stabilizing your accuracy, as I've mentioned, across the spectrum. Okay, the correct strategy are only those that work across the LODs and help you achieve a sustainable result. Okay, that's exactly what I want you to get to. Now, how do you get there is based on your work from 11th October. So this entire month, on an average, I would expect you to give 3 mocks per week. Okay, now what exactly do you can definitely go above, but at least maintain 3 mocks per week average. And what I need you to do is then experiment in the month of October. Experiment as much as you can, try different strategies, even starting with RC and not with VA, or with VA and not with RC, right? That small tweak is also a strategy difference. It does make a difference. I could never do a paper nicely if I started with VA first. I was always comfortable with RC first. Okay, that could be something that is not applicable to you. You could be one of those where you need to do RC first and one RC first, and then you just need to do some VA to get your mind off or remove that out of your RC, remove that topic out of your head, right? You could also be one of those people. Okay, don't rule anything out. Try, experiment. Do not worry about percentile or score, like I've highlighted over here. Do not worry. A lot of people don't experiment. Okay, this is the time when you can identify your score maximizing strategies. Do that. Yeah. Now let's move on to, okay, yeah, I've mentioned a word over here, sweet spot, right? You have to identify the sweet spot strategy. Now what exactly is sweet spot? How do you define it? It's based on these 3 metrics. Is can you apply it across the LOD? Are you able to achieve high speed, which is your time being optimized, right? and is your accuracy being able to be maintained. ठीक है, ये सब अगर हो रहा है, that is your sweet spot. That is exactly the strategy that you need to stick with. ठीक है, you only know that a strategy is good based on relative performance. समझ रहे हो? अगर एक ही strategy follow किया and उसी में आपका एक absolute number आ रहा है, ठीक है, then that becomes a little difficult to gauge, right? That's why this particular approach is only applied to those people who are prep, who think that they are done with the curriculum and now it's just about mocks. Let's go on to the next one, which is persona 2. Now persona 2 is divided into two parts, which is mid prep but have time and mid prep but don't have time. Now who are these mid prep people? They are the ones who have covered the curriculum, and this I get a lot. I have gone through the entire curriculum but I'm still struggling with score and accuracy. So again, work backwards. 11th to 24th November, I want you to give mocks on a daily basis. Now this is for people who have time. Okay. Now this is the period where you need to finalize your strategy. Okay. 20th October to 10th November. I think I made a... No, I think it's still correct. Yeah. 20th October to 10th November is when you will be giving average of 3 mocks per week. Okay. This is the time when you are using standard strategies. Number 1. You are working on score optimization. How do you optimize your score? By attempting as many easy and medium questions. Okay? Then you work on getting your accuracy down. This completely depends on how easily you have been, or how easily have you been able to identify the easy and the medium ones, and are you able to do those, right? If you're not able to do those, then there is some problem with your concept clarity. If you're able to do those, then you know that your concept is clear, but you need to be working on your speed maybe. The average time could be a little higher. So that is exactly what you need to be doing in this window. Average of 3 mocks per week. You are working, you're trying, and then only then you are trying a new strategy. If you have achieved score optimization, accuracy, that is, you reach to a point where students who are prepped feel that they already are right now, only then do you start working on newer strategies. Okay? Otherwise, talk to people, look at what is working for them, and try to identify what is your strategy. Okay? Then apply. If you had the time, more time hota, so we could have come up with a customized strategy for just for yourself. Okay? That's the only difference that it is going to make. Okay? Let's look at the last one, which is 10th October to 19th October. In these 10 days, I want you to identify those particular sections that you are great at first. Okay? So say you are great in quants. Okay? But then I want you to get into those particular, those particular topics in which you are comfortable. Okay? And वो topics के अंदर देखो, are you able to do the easy and medium ones? Right? It could be just your predisposition that you are comfortable with this topic. But what if you are not able to do the easy and medium one? That's something that you need to work on. Right? So comfort में बैठ रहा है, ठीक है, तुम्हारे strongest section में, तो ये bottleneck identify हो गया. तो तुम क्या करोगे? Now you work on concept clarity, and that's where you give your sectionals. Okay? That's exactly what I'm saying. Identify the bottlenecks, look at the topics you're comfortable with, but still missing out on easy and medium questions. That's what I said. And then look at concepts you are familiar with. Okay? Like, say I'm not so comfortable with geometry, right? So it is familiar for me. Okay? I'm not uncomfortable in it. It is familiar for me. But say modern math is something that I really don't like, so that comes in the third priority. ठीक है? So क्या होगा? ये 10 दिन में सबसे पहले तो जिसके साथ मैं comfortable हूँ उस पे काम किया जाएगा. ठीक है? उसके स्कोर ऑप्टिमाइज होंगे. Then I move on to those topics where I am familiar with, and then I work on score optimization over there, and finally I move on to those topics where I'm uncomfortable with. So even if I don't have that much time and I have to miss out on concept clarity, I'm still just missing out on those concepts where I'm really uncomfortable with. Okay? This is not like this. You don't have to completely adhere to this. अगर आपको लग रहा है कि और एक दिन अगर मैंने 2 दिन दे दिया, 3 दिन दे दिया, तो हो जाएगा, सारे concepts हो जाएंगे मेरे clear, दे दो. ठीक है? Use your discretion. Now people who don't have time, the strategy, the focus area remains the same, only the timeline changes. Okay? So 11th to 25th, so 24th November, again daily mocks. 1st November to 10th November, average of 3 mocks. So this period is reduced. Okay? And I want you all to dedicate a little more time, the month of October, to attaining conceptual clarity. Okay? I think यहाँ पे 30th अक्टूबर आ जाएगा, ठीक है. सो वो 2 दिन छुट्टी मत ले लेना, फाइनल डेज चल रहे हैं, सो डेफिनेटली वर्क ऑन इट. या सो 30th of October इधर हो गया to 10th of November, that's what you're doing, average of 3 mocks per week. And 10th October to 29th October, same thing that we were talking about, right? Same topic, ठीक है, but timeline थोड़ा अलग. Let's look at the last persona. Also, for people who don't have time, I'm assuming that you don't have time because you have other commitments like work or college. Last 10 to 15 days देखो, ट्राई करो जितना हो सके कि आप छुट्टी ले लो, क्योंकि वो इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं, ठीक है. क्योंकि आप काम भी करोगे, मॉक्स भी दोगे, बर्न आउट हो जाएगा फाइनल डे पे. दैट्स नॉट व्हाट वी वांट. ओके, नाउ फॉर पीपल, दिस इज फॉर लेट स्टार्टर्स हु आर जस्ट गेटिंग स्टार्टेड राइट नाउ बट हैव द टाइम. दैट इज द ओनली लग्जरी दैट दे हैव राइट नाउ, राइट? सो what do we do now? 10th November to 24th November, give a mock every day. That is where you just need to focus on strategy, what's working, what's not working. Don't tweak too much, ठीक है. जस्ट आइडेंटिफाई करो क्या चल रहा है क्या नहीं चल रहा है, ठीक है. रोज दे रहे हो, 14 मॉक्स उधर ही हो गए. 1st to 9th November ऑल्टरनेट डे मॉक्स दोगे, ऑल्टरनेट डे उसका एनालिसिस करोगे, ठीक है. व्हाई आर वी डूइंग दिस? इज बिकॉज एनालिसिस इज ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट. ओनली देन विल द प्रोसेस गेट फास्टर फॉर यू. सो गेट फेमिलियर विथ मॉक्स, एक्यूरेसी एंड स्कोर को स्केल करो इन दिस पर्टिकुलर पीरियड, रिवाइज करो, कॉन्सेप्ट कुछ क्लियर नहीं है तो क्लियर करो. Entire month of October needs to be dedicated to getting all conceptual clarity. Cover as many concepts as you can. Sectional test दो, only वो mocks दो जो classes में organize हो रहे हैं, but जितना हो सके अपने conceptual clarity पे काम करो and focus करो. Only focus on easy and medium question, ठीक है. And conceptual clarity is something that you need to work on in the entire month of October, ठीक है. How you are going to be approaching that is completely based on you, right? You have 21 days. How you utilize it, I'll leave up to you, but this is how you can approach it. Last few pointers, the moment you get the time of your slot, make sure the mocks that you're giving are aligning with that particular time. Even if you're working, try to circumvent it somehow. नहीं हो रहा है तो ठीक है, क्या कर सकते हैं, but अगर ये हो गया तो your body, so biologically also you will be aligned to give the test in a much more aware state, ठीक है. And other than that, prep well, study hard, we are there for you, ठीक है. Let's see this through together. Thank you guys.